My confession couldn't have gone any worse. So to recap, I, 38 female, had an affair with my coworker, 44 male, after having a dead bedroom with my husband, 42 male. This had been going on for about 4 years, felt like roommates. No affection, really had sex, and it was just about him getting off. I cried, begged him for him to come to counseling, and tried fixing it any way I could. He brushed it off. Then I started an affair that's been going on throughout this year. No, I'm not excusing what I've done. I'm just giving context to the road I've traveled. So I decided to tell my husband. I accepted the fact that my marriage won't improve and that I just have false hope. And it would be best to let him know what I've done and accept that divorce is most likely the next step. I wrote two letters, one that would be very detailed and one that would skim over details. I planned on letting him choose which one he wanted, as suggested by others. This didn't go as planned at all. I told him I needed to talk to him, that it was important. He said okay in a minute. He was tinkering with his motorcycle. Didn't want to push because I really was nervous, but when he was done, he was in the living room watching TV. I approached him and told him we needed to talk. He said, "What do you want? I'm watching TV." I told him it's important. He said, "Can't it wait?" I walked off. An hour goes by and I go downstairs and he's gone. I call him and ask him where he was. He said he went to his friend's house. I said, "Why would you just leave when I had asked that we needed to talk?" He said, "Geez, relax. We can talk later." I hung up and started packing. I've been brushed off so many times during our marriage and I'm done with him. Called my best friend who knew everything and had even tried to talk to him a few times about the neglect I felt. She said if I needed to, I could move in with her, so that was now the plan. Husband gets back while I'm still packing and asks what I'm doing. I said leaving. He said, "What the hell is your problem?" This is when I lost it. Again, not saying this is okay, but this shows the amount of anger and resentment that I have. I didn't realize just how much resentment I had built up. I don't yell, but I began yelling at the top of my voice. Me, I'm fucking done. I'm done being your fucking roommate. I'm done begging you to show affection. I'm done begging you to talk to me. I'm done trying to fix things by myself. Him, geez, you're being so dramatic. Heaven forbid I can relax for a bit. Me, all you do is relax. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not bugging you anymore. Him, God, what is it? Me, don't worry about it. You never worried about it. Have laid next to you, crying my eyes out, begging for you to give a damn, begging you to just hold me, kiss me, hug me, hell, fuck me consistently. I've begged you to come to counseling or do anything that would show I'm not in this alone. Him, oh, here you go, boo hoo. If you're so unhappy, how about you find someone else to screw around with? Me, I have. Him, what? Me, since January. Him, are you serious? Me, oh, now you care? Now that someone else has been doing what you're supposed to do? Now you care? Nah, boo hoo, right? The screaming match continued, and I showed him the letters that I had wrote, but just said bluntly what I had been doing. Again, I never yelled, but I lost it. This was years of frustration triggered by being brushed off. Yet again, my best friend showed up. We were still arguing, grabbed my bags, and left. I was still going off in the car the entire ride. When we got to her place, I fell to my knees and started screaming, "This isn't what I wanted," over and over. Just completely broke because this really isn't what I wanted. I was so beyond happy when we got married. We were so in love. I don't know why it changed, and at this point, it didn't matter. It was dead. I helped kill it. My hope died right then, too. People say, "Why don't you just leave?" It was hope. As silly as you may think that is, it was hope that things would change, even when you know it's unrealistic. You make yourself believe that maybe things can get back to where they were. I always felt guilty, but also always felt neglected, brushed aside, and pushed away. This made me angrier than I realized. My best friend just held me and tried to calm me down. I napped, was so exhausted emotionally, felt sick and nervous about the argument, but there's no coming back from that. We went back this morning to grab the rest of my stuff. He made some sly comments which I ignored. Just told him I would be staying with my friend permanently, but would continue paying half of my bills until things are settled. Would be unfair to leave him to pay everything. He said you're probably gonna be staying with some guy. I just responded with whatever, bye. The reality is that I should have left a long time ago. Instead, I stayed, and I became something I never wanted to be. But again, saying just leave is so easy until it's you in the situation. This was supposed to be forever, but nope. So yeah, that's my update. I apologize if this is long or unclear about anything. Also, I apologize if this is triggering. But again, it just goes to show how bad things got. This is my reality. Wow. What do you think, guys? Yo, yo.